Well, welcome back to CJDC, and to my right is Hugh Smith, and he'll have your full weather forecast in a moment's time. But first, before we get into that, let's see what's coming up in sports. So we have a couple local stories. Great story about a local soccer team who travels to Edmonton and Grand Prairie. They're all over the place. They are in Grand Prairie over the weekend. They played a couple games. Also a men's league team here in Dawson Creek giving some charitable donations to some very welcome causes. So that is outstanding. And a story, get this, Hugh, a story about these guys who go to the top of a mountain in Switzerland, jump off, and through the middle of the air, they maneuver themselves back into the airplane that they jumped out of. Unbelievable story. You do not want to miss that. But Hugh, what can we expect in the next 7 days or the next few days here in the Peace region?
Well, we had a bit of a warm break today, but you know, following the pattern of the last few days, a little bit above zero. But as we move more further into the weekend and throughout the week, we're going to see those temperatures start to dip back down. But we'll start off with your Farmer's Almanac. Today's sunrise was at 9:03 a.m. Sunset today was at 4:36 p.m. Next full moon is happening December 3rd. Average temperatures this time of year, high of -6 and a low of -14, and the pressure was at 101 kPa. In Dawson Creek today, there was a high of +5. Record high was set back in 1969 of +11. Record low of -38, set back in 2006. Chetwynd, we saw a high of +3 today, record high of +9 set in 2002, and record low of 32 set just a couple of years ago in 2014. And in Fort St. John, we saw a high of +2, record high of +9 set back in 1969, the record low -35 set back in 1961. And in Fort Nelson, we saw a high of -14 today, record high of +7 set back in 1976, and a record low of -39 set in 1961. Moving into your regional forecast, today in Hudson's Hope, we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow with a high of 2. In Fort Nelson, a little bit colder, high of -11 with a mix of sun and cloud. In Chetwynd and Dawson Creek, mix of sun and cloud there as well, both experiencing a high of +1 tomorrow. In Fort St. John, high of 0 with a mix of sun and cloud throughout the day. And in Tumbler Ridge, a little bit cooler. We're going to see a mix of sun and cloud with a high of -1. And moving into Alberta and Spirit River, we see a high of -1 with a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. In Grand Prairie, edging up just a few degrees, mix of sun and cloud, and a high of +1. Now in the Fort St. John, in the 5-day forecast for Fort St. John, we have a little bit of snow falling tonight with a high of overnight low of -2. On Thursday, we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 0 and a low of -6. On Friday, we see a mix of sun and cloud, high of -1, low of -13. On Saturday, again, mix of sun and cloud, starting to get a little bit colder, high of -6 and a low of -12. And on Sunday, we're going to see sunny skies with a high of -7 and a low of -10. And in Dawson Creek, over the next 5 days, we're going to see a few clouds tonight with an overnight low of -2. Thursday, we're going to see a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 1 and a low of -4. On Friday, we see a mix of sun and cloud, high of -1 and a low of -13. On Saturday, mix of sun and cloud again, also getting a little bit colder, high of -6 and a low of -12. And on Sunday, again, sunny skies with a high of -7 and a low of -10. Moving into our BC and Alberta forecast, in Prince Rupert, we have a little bit of rain happening tomorrow with a high of 7. In Prince George, we see a mix of chance of rain or snow with a high of 3. Vancouver, we're going to see rain all day there with a high of 8. And moving into Alberta now, we have a mix of sun and cloud in Edmonton with a high of 5. And in Calgary, also a mix of sun and cloud with a little bit warmer, high of 7. Moving into the national forecast, in Regina, we have a high of 2 with a mix of sun and cloud there. In Winnipeg, also a mix of sun and cloud, roughly the same temperatures with a high of 1. In Thunder Bay, we're going to see a bit of snow there with a high of 0. Toronto, we're going to see a bit of rain or snow. Just rain tomorrow with a high of 9. In Montreal, we see a chance of rain or snow with a high of 3. And moving into the Maritimes, we're going to see rain or snow in St. John's with a high of 2. And in Halifax, mix of sun and cloud with a high of 1. Well, that's it for weather. Stay tuned because sports is coming up next.